Okay, hi all. Good morning. Welcome to this Python training course. Hope my voice is audible and the screen is visible to everyone. Can you please confirm me? Is my
Yeah,
voice
it's
audible now?
visible and audible.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
great. So welcome to this Python training course. It's a weekend batch, Saturday and Sunday, and the timing will be 9 to 11 a.m. IST. The course duration will be around 3 months, and these are the topics which I'll be covering. So we'll start from scratch. No prerequisite is needed. I know most of you are from my previous SQL batch. So the format I used to train you there, the same format I'll be using here. Means it will start from scratch and then slowly we will proceed further. This is the set of topics which we'll be covering in this course. And we'll be sharing recording assignments, classroom notes after each and every class. You have full freedom to ask question. Recording will also be shared. Recording validity will be for the next 2 years. Once your course will be over, we take responsibility for 2 years. Okay. So that's all from mine. Now, if you have any question, you can ask. Do you have any question, anyone? Any question from the timing perspective or course perspective? No. Okay, fine. Okay, so these are the topics which we'll be covering. Now, for practice, we'll be working on Jupyter Notebook. The installation process is very simple. I will share the link after the class. It's not complicated like Oracle installation. It's very simple and straightforward. I will share the link or in Google, just if you will type install Anaconda, you have to install Anaconda. You could see this on my page. Just you have to install it. It hardly takes 5 minutes. Once the installation is completed, you will get this. But the link of installation I will share once the class is over. Or if you have already installed Anaconda, you can work on it. If you have personal or official laptop, you can work on any laptop. In your official laptop, maybe you might be thinking that as per your company policy, they will not allow you to install Anaconda. So what you can do, you can raise a ticket or you can connect with your IT team, the support team, that I want to learn Python. Okay. So it's an open source. They will install it. But on your official laptop, don't try to install on your own. Okay. So if you'll connect with your IT team, they can install on your official laptop as well. But if you have personal laptop, well and good, you can install there. So we'll be practicing on this Anaconda platform. Any questions so far? No. Okay. So once it is installed, the link I will share after the class. You have to launch this Anaconda. And when you will launch it, you will get multiple other format applications actually. It is getting launched. It takes some time. We'll see it is getting launched. Yeah, any question? Someone is asking question. Yeah. So this is the one. After this, getting background noise, request to please go on mute. Thank you. I have muted all. If you have any question, you can unmute and ask. So here you could see multiple other applications are there, but you have to open this Jupyter Notebook. You all can see this now? Jupyter Notebook. You have to open this. Click on it. Click on the launch button. It's very simple and straightforward. Click on the launch button, and then we'll see one page will open here. Yeah, this is the page. So here, because I'm taking classes on this, so I have multiple other files. Okay. So, but in your case, you will get, I think, till here only. These folders you will get. And when you have to start coding, you have to click on this new button, then Python 3. Okay. It will open a new page for you. Now, this is the page. This is the platform where you can start coding. Is this clear so far, or any question you have from the installation perspective? Any question, anyone? No. So this Untitled 21, you can rename it. This is the name of the notebook. And write it py4 demo. So now py4 demo will be created in my local machine. Okay. So this is about the basic installation part. We have covered the syllabus part as well. What all we'll be covering. We'll start from scratch. I will assume you don't know anything about programming world. So I will start from scratch. I hope you all know the importance of Python these days. Like SQL and Python, means it can open opportunities for, means it can open doors for a lot of job opportunities. And that is why uh, I will request everyone to be regular in their class and work on the assignments. Okay, so let's start. Like any other programming language, you might be thinking why Python is very famous. So Python was developed in 1990s. Okay. After that, it was not that much popular, but because of big data, or you can tell like because in the last few years, most of the project in IT industry is based on data only. And Python has a very good capability. It can process data, manipulate data, it can load data. So that is why, again, like Python is becoming very popular. Either you go for data analyst, data engineer role, SQL developer, ETL developer, ETL tester. If you want to create an automation framework, if you want to do some reporting, all those tasks can be done by Python. Okay. So fine then, let's proceed further with the basics of it. Uh, the very first thing is print statement. Is the font visible clearly, or you want me to increase the font size? Yeah, visible, eh?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Visible. So we'll
Yeah,
start
please,
with let me zoom this.
please.
We'll start with the print statement. I hope most of you are from technical background or the programming background, or maybe few of you are from non-technical background. So maybe those who already have studied any other programming language, this might be simple for you, but I will start from scratch. So print is a keyword in Python. And most of the things I'll be covering with comparing with SQL, but I'm not telling you SQL is a prerequisite to learn Python. Why I'll be correlating with SQL? Because I know most of you have studied SQL, so it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, but don't be under the impression that oh, SQL is a prerequisite to learn this. No, nothing like that. Why I'll be correlating so that you can understand in a better way. Okay, that's the reason. So I have written print high. Print is a reserved keyword. Like how in SQL you have a reserved keyword like select if you want to display something, right? From means you want data from this table, order by, group by, right? These are the reserved keywords in SQL. So yeah, similarly, Python, like print is a reserved keyword. Okay, it means you're telling Python, I want to print something. Got it? One more thing, the session is purely hands-on. I don't have any PPT. Actually, none of our course, Python, Power BI, SQL, we prefer PPT. We directly do hands-on. And all this code will be shared with you after the class. We'll share it. Okay. So please don't make a note during the class. Everything will be shared with you. So I have written print hi. It means I'm telling Python, okay, I want to print hi. Now to run this, you could see this run button. Okay, I will explain you the meaning of each and every tab one by one. So you have this run button. So you have to click on this, and this is known as one cell. This is known as one cell. So you have to click here, you have to click on the run button. So you see the output is hi. Python has printed or displayed hi. So the summary of this is whatever you want to display, you can display with the help of print command. It can print it. Let's say I want to print my name, Python Tanveer. Sorry, print Tanveer. I click on the run button to print Tanveer. The shortcut uh, key for the run button is Shift Enter. We'll click on Shift Enter. That will also behave as a run. We'll execute it. Okay. But in SQL, like your select from, group by, or any other keyword, are they case sensitive? What do you think? Keywords in SQL are case sensitive?
No.
I think most of you are from my SQL batch. No, Akhil is there,
No.
Dipti, Vaibhav,
No.
Jyoti, Tajuddin.
Yes, Tanvir.
Most of you from SQL, Sridhar, right? You all have taken SQL course from me, right? So I think you all are aware of it, correct? Okay. So these are not reserved keywords, correct? Sorry, these are not case sensitive. In SQL, you have full freedom. You can write select all in lowercase, all in uppercase. Yeah, in any case, you can write in any case. It will work, right? And we have seen that in SQL classes. That's a good thing about SQL. I like it. It will never bother you with the case of the reserved keywords. The reserved keywords you can write in any case, like from, you can write in any case. Even you can write this from in uppercase. That is fine. It works, right? Group by, ordered by, any other keyword you can write in any case. Data is case sensitive, not only in SQL, in all the programming language, data is case sensitive. But in Python, even this reserved keywords are case sensitive. I don't like it, but what to do? You have to be very careful here. See, I have written this print Tanveer, right? Now I will write this P in uppercase. Okay. Okay. Now see P is in uppercase. Now I'm executing it. It is throwing error message. Python is telling, sorry, I don't know what is this print because P is in uppercase. So from this example, I'm proving Python is case sensitive with the reserved keywords as well. You have to be very careful, very careful. If you have to write print in lowercase, you have to write in lowercase only. You cannot write it in uppercase, it will throw error message. So the keywords in Python are case sensitive. Okay. Please don't do drawing on the board. Just a bit. Hope it is clear so far. Any question?
No.
No questions. Okay, good. Now, proceeding further, now there is a concept of variables. Can anyone tell me what is a variable? Any idea what is a variable?
The input data we are
Store any
passing.
value.
Store any value. ठीक है. Yes, someone was telling, I think Sridhar was telling or who was telling.
Yeah, I was telling the input data we are passing.
Input data. ठीक है. I will request यार chat box में if you will type no. I I don't read chat actually. So rather I will uh, request to please unmute and speak. Okay, make the session interactive. And don't worry your answer is correct or incorrect. Don't worry about it. We all are learning. Okay. Whatever your thought, share your thoughts and please humble request, make the session interactive. Ask questions. So even as a trainer, I'll be motivated. कि अच्छा ठीक है, the participants are active. यार कुछ नया सिखाना है. Okay. So make the session interactive. Correct. Variables are nothing but something where you can store any value. So when I teach Python to like class 6 or 7 students, last year I used to take classes for them. So it is difficult for them to make them understand this technical terms. So I used to teach them in a very layman term. I will tell them like variables are like carry bag. Okay, or your variables are like trolley where you can store something, correct? You want to do shopping, you need a carry bag where you can keep something, right? I have to buy fruits or vegetables. I need carry bag. If I'm traveling from Delhi to Bangalore, I need trolley where I can keep my clothes or laptop, right? So variables are like that only. If I have to explain variables to someone in a very layman term, I will tell variables are like carry bag, or variables are like my trolley bag, or my wardrobe is also example of variable. A refrigerator is also an example of variable. Why? Where? Because we can store something there. Got it? I'm not explaining you in a very technical term now. Going at a very layman term. What is a variable? Variable is something where you can store something. That's all. Hope this is clear.
Yes,
And
Tanmay.
variables are not specific to Python. Those who have already studied like C or Java or Unix or any other programming language, Python will be simple for you. And if you will ask me, Tanvir, as far as complexity is concerned between SQL and Python, which one is easy? Python is easy. Python is much easier than SQL. One of the reason is it has enriched set of libraries which you will study down the line. But I can guarantee you, if you have studied SQL from me, then you will find that oh, Python is really simple as compared to SQL. I'm not sure why there is much hype in the market. यार पाइथन है पाइथन है पाइथन है नहीं सिंपल है भाई trust me. So variables are something where you can store some value or any other thing. Okay. One such example of variable is, suppose I will write age equals 40. It means I'm storing 40 in an age variable. So if someone will ask, and hash is used for a comment. If you want to comment something in Python, you have to use hash. So wherever I'm using hash, it means this is the comment. This will not be executed by the Python. So here, if someone will ask me, Tanvir, what is the variable? I will tell age is the variable. And if you will ask me, Tanvir, what is the value? 40 is the value. ठीक है? Age variable है और 40 value है. Is this clear, guys? क्या यहाँ तक clear है? Any question, any doubt? Can you please confirm me?
It's clear.
Tanvir, where we can relate this with SQL?
Good question. Exactly in SQL, you cannot store something. For storing something in SQL, we create table, है ना?
Ah,
And then we insert data. So to a
correct.
certain extent, I can tell कि yes, it is similar to that, but not on a larger extent. मैं एकदम I cannot tell you directly कि yes, it is exactly same as creating table and inserting data. No, not from that perspective. In PLSQL, you have the same, exactly same thing. You can create a variable and you can store value. But SQL doesn't have this. The reason is SQL is not a programming language. SQL is a query language where you can ask SQL, okay, I want this data. So SQL is actually used just to fetch data as per the business requirement. But SQL cannot perform a set of tasks. And for that reason, we have PLSQL, known as procedural language. Within that, you have that for loop and all those conditional statements you have, right? That is why SQL is not considered as a programming language. Rather, it's a query language. You can ask your queries and it can give response. Like how I'm sure you all have visited railway stations. So there is a counter where a person will be there and you can ask any question. Question means the arrival time of a train, the departure time of a train. Like nowadays we have app, but earlier, like means when I used to go to Bangalore for my study purpose, so regularly I used to go to that counter and we will ask HR, ये train कब आएगी, on which platform it will arrive, where if it is late, by how many minutes it is late, and all those things. So that person gives answer. So SQL is like that only. You can ask question, it can answer it. Okay. But on the other hand, let's say you have a servant and you have told him that you have to do this set of tasks. So he has more intelligence, right? He can do certain set of tasks for you. So that is like any other programming language which can do some certain set of tasks for you as per your command. Okay, but SQL, I can tell like that is a limitation of SQL. SQL can't do that. You will tell Tanvir we have recursive CT which has the looping behavior, but I agree it has a looping behavior. But again, it is it has certain restrictions or limitations are there. It is not that much flexible like for loop or the while loop. We'll come to that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So here the problem. So here variable is the age and value is 40. So now I'm running it. Why I'm not getting any output? I executed it, but there's no output. Why?
Because there is no print command, I think.
Hmm, good. Here we have just stored. Okay, one thing I'm repeating. Wherever you will see this hash, it means this is the comment. Comment means Python will understand that I don't have to execute it. And n number of times I'll be using comment in this course just to make you understand. So wherever I will be using comment, that will not be executed by the Python. Okay? That will act as a comment. Now here I have written age equals 40. I executed this, but I'm not getting any output. The reason is when you're writing here age equals 40, so this value 40 will be stored in a variable age. Just a minute, take me. Okay. Where is that value 40? 40. Yeah. So this value 40. Okay. When I'm writing age equals 40, what is the meaning of this? In memory location, is my Excel sheet visible? Is the font visible clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So when I'm writing age equals 40, so actually what happens in the memory, a variable age will be created and a space will be allocated to it. And within this, Python will store 40. Okay. So it means within this age variable, sure. 1 minute. Within this age variable, 40 will be stored. Okay. Now this point is clear. Now, I'm not telling Python to print anything. So that is why it has not printed anything. If I write here print age, okay, then it will print it. I'm getting the value 40. So it means if I'm telling Python, you print the value of age, then it will print it 40. Hope this point is clear. Okay. So when you're writing print age, it means you're telling to Python, print me or display the value which you're storing in this age variable, and that's why you're getting 40 as an output. Any question here? Hope this was clear.
Hello. I
Yeah.
have one doubt.
Yes.
Is this variable name case sensitive?
Variable names are case sensitive. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
they're writing the print, right? So we call it as cell, right?
This is cell. The cell number 5. This is cell number 6. If you are thinking I have assigned 40 to this variable age in cell number 5, I'm calling it in cell number 6, it is allowed. Because the moment you are assigning 40 to the age, this will be stored in the memory. And when you're asking the value of it, it will search this age in the memory, and then it will print it, the value. Hope it is
So
clear.
Tanvi, yeah,
Hmm.
Tanvi, just one question. So
Yes.
can we use same variable with different value?
I will come to that.
Okay.
Answer is yes, and that we will cover in overriding. So that we can do. And I will come to that. We'll discuss it. Okay. Any other questions so far? Okay. So far, net we have discussed. Okay, this is a variable. We are storing 40 in it. And with the help of print, I'm printing the value of it. I'm telling Python, okay, tell me what value you have stored in this age variable. Now, here, same print age I have written, but I have kept it in inverted quotes, right? You could say this is in inverted quotes. So now I'm executing it. I'm not getting 40. I'm just getting age here. So within print, if you're writing anything, and if it is in inverted quotes, you see like this time this age is in inverted quotes, right? If you're printing something and if it is in inverted quotes, that will be treated as a message. Now this age will be treated as a message, not a variable, because it is in inverted quotes. So within inverted quotes, if you write anything, that will be treated as a message. And the Python will understand, oh, user wants me to print this message. That is why Python is printing age rather than printing the value of it. But in this example, I have not written this age in inverted quotes. So then it will be treated as a variable. Python will understand, oh, Tanvir is asking the value what has been stored in this variable age. It will search in the memory. What is the value stored in this variable age? And then it will print the value of it. So this is the difference if you're writing something in inverted quotes and if you're not writing in inverted quotes. क्या ये clear है?
Yep.
Is this clear to everyone so far?
It applies to the double quotes as well.
That also you can give. Any other question? No questions. Okay. Now I have a question for you. If I write print Python, what will be the output?
Python. Message.
Python.
Python.
Okay, what is the meaning of this?
It will
Message.
treat as a string.
Message.
Okay, this will be, I have not told anything about a string, but your answer is right. Okay, this is a string, but intentionally I have not used that word string. It is a technical word. I will come to that. Okay. So if something is in inverted quotes, what is the meaning, guys? What I told you?
It will be
Message.
like comment. Not comment,
Message.
message.
Message हो गया, clear है. Straight word. If something is in inverted quotes, that's a message. That's all. No other discussion. So I've kept this Python in inverted quotes. So this is a message. Python will treat it as a message and it will display it. ठीक है?
Shortcut shift plus enter, right?
हाँ, shortcut is shift enter to execute it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this? I removed the inverted quotes. Now, what is the meaning?
Anyhow, it won't print, I
It
guess.
will search for this variable.
Yeah, variable value.
Will search for the variable value. Okay.
Null.
अच्छा ठीक है. 1 minute. By mistake, what I have done, I used that free version of Zoom. Okay. I was having that licensed version. I missed it. I used that free version of Zoom, and it has 40 minutes validity, I think, and it will expire in another few minutes. So I will stop this session now, and immediately in another 1 or 2 minutes. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. I have not noticed it. Right now, I got the pop-up. So I will share another invite. Now, are you comfortable on joining on Teams, or you want to join on Zoom only?
Zoom is better.
Zoom is
It's
good.
fine. Okay, I'm sharing from my licensed version. Just give me 2 minutes. I will share the link again. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I think recording has started. So fine then. You all can see my screen. Hope it is visible.
Yes.
Perfect. So here we were discussing here this Python. This will be a message or a variable. ये क्या होगा? This will be a variable, right? Because I have not given any inverted quotes. My screen is visible to everyone? Can you please confirm, guys?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So this Python which I have written, this is not in inverted quotes. So this will be treated as a variable. But have we defined this variable?
No.
We have not defined, right? Nowhere we have mentioned we want a variable with the name Python and you want to store something, right? Nowhere we have mentioned. If I will execute it, what will be the output? Any idea?
It will show
Variable
none.
not
Nothing.
Error. It will throw an error.
It will throw error. Okay. Anyone else?
Null.
Null. ठीक है. Anyone else? ठीक है. Before I will execute it, I have a question here. Do you think error message and no output, they both have the same meaning? Are they the same?
No.
No.
Okay, what is the difference then?
I
What is
mean,
the
Maybe in
difference?
syntax.
in
Syntax
error,
thing,
yeah.
and the method is not returning.
Riz means Rizwan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are there in the SQL batch, I think, right? Yes, I
Yes, sir.
remember. Take it. So yeah. Any other thought? Any other thought? What is the difference between error message and no output?
I mean, in error, there must be a problem with the code, and no
ठीक है.
output means, I mean, no value or no data. But the code
Okay,
is right.
correct. Going back to the world of SQL, suppose if I'm writing this query, select star from EMP. This code will throw error message because the spelling of from is not correct. You all agree, right? If
Yeah.
I write from EMP select a star, this will also throw error message because the syntax is not correct. First I have written from, then I have written select. This will also throw error message. So SQL throws error message when there is some issue with the code. It means you are violating some protocols or syntax. Then SQL throws error message. Same goes with Python as well. Python will throw error message when the code which you have written has some issue. Issue means you're not following the protocols, you're not following the rules and regulations. It will throw error message. But suppose if I'm writing this query in SQL, select a star from, excuse me, salary equals something like this number. And I know that this number doesn't exist in the employee table. It will throw error message or no output?
No output.
No output.
No output. Because this data does not exist. And we have already discussed in SQL, you have full freedom. You can ask any data from the SQL engine. If that data exists, it will display it. If it does not exist, it will display no output. But if your query is throwing error message, it means there is some syntax or semantics error. So that is why there's a difference between error message and no output. First of all, this has to be crystal clear. Error message is a separate thing. No output is a separate thing. If you're getting error message, not only in SQL, I'm talking from Python perspective as well. If you're getting error message, it means the code which you have written has some syntax error. You have not followed the protocols. You have not followed the rules and regulations. Got it? But if you're not getting any output, it means the data which you're searching, that is not present. That's why you're getting no output. So first of all, make it crystal clear. The error message is a separate thing. No output is a separate thing. Don't mix both of them. कि error message और no output तो same ही होता है. नहीं, they are different. First of all, is this point clear? Or if it is not clear, tell me, I will repeat it. Clear, hai? Okay. Now, coming to this print Python. From this plus sign, if you click on this plus sign, it will create a new cell. Okay. So now I'm printing Python. I'm executing it. It is throwing error message, Python is not defined. Or let's take another example. I'm writing here print name. I'm executing it. It is throwing error message, name is not defined. Why? The reason is you are printing Python here, but have you defined Python earlier? Have you allocated some value to it? No, you have not defined any Python earlier. You have not allocated any value. Similarly, for this name, it's a variable. You are thinking it's a variable, but have you defined it earlier? Have you mentioned anywhere, okay, I want to use name variable and I'm storing something in it? No, you have not defined it. So that is why Python is throwing this error message कि name is not defined. Python कह रहा है कि अरे भाई ये name क्या है यार मेरे को नहीं मालूम. You are writing, you are telling Python कि give me the value what you have stored in this variable Python. Python कह रहा है क्या है ये what is this Python? I don't know. Where you have defined it, right? है ना? Or let's say I'm writing here print weight. I'm telling Python to print or display the value which you have stored in the variable weight. This is the meaning of this statement. But Python will be surprised. Python कहेगा अरे यार where you have defined the weight, Tanveer? Where you have defined? You have not defined weight here, and you're asking me to display the value. How I can display value? That's why when I will execute it, Python will throw error message. अरे भाई, what is this weight? You have not defined it. Then how you can ask the value for it? Got it? Now, okay. So far, any question?
No.
Whatever I covered so far, is this clear?
Yes, Tanvi.
Yes, sir.
Clear है. अब देखो. I was expecting a question here. Now you can ask a question. Tanveer, right now you taught us if you're asking for a value and if it does not exist, it will give no output, right? It should not throw error message. Then why it is throwing error message here? If it is not present, it should tell you, oh, this is not there, no output, right? Then why it is throwing error message? We have discussed so far it will throw error message only if there is some violation of the code. So what violation I have done here that it is throwing error message? Can anyone
Wait.
tell me this?
Wait.
ठीक है. क्या violation हुआ यहाँ पर?
So we didn't define that weight as a variable.
And we're using
Yes,
it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to understand this from SQL perspective. I created an employee table. I have column ID, I have column name, I have column salary. Okay. I created an employee table. Okay, first of all, anyone in this group who doesn't know SQL, feel free and let me know. Because I'm a bit afraid if I'm giving you the example from the SQL world, and if you don't know, so you should not be confused. Anyone who doesn't know SQL here? सबको मालूम है, ठीक है. So I have, let's say, employee table, and I have the column ID, name, and salary. Now, I'm trying to execute this query. ठीक है? Select gender from employee. What will be the output?
Error.
Error. Why?
Because we don't have the gender column.
Yeah.
We don't have the gender column, right? है ना? SQL will throw error message.
Hmm.
Same way, you have not defined it, then how you are using it? So that is why it is throwing error message. And that is why this is also throwing error message. Although this is not a syntax error, this is a semantics error. It means the column which you are searching does not exist. Okay? So in that case as well, it throws error message, and that is why this print wait is throwing error message, because you're searching for a variable which does not exist. Hope this is clear so far. Now, coming back to that age variable. Age is 40. So far, I have explained you if you want to print a message, you have to keep it in quotes. If you want to print a value of a variable, quote is not required, but you have to make sure that variable must be defined. Then only Python will give you the value of it. If that variable has not been defined, it will throw error message. So far, we have discussed this. Now the question is, Tanvir, I want to display message and the value of a variable at the same time. Message भी display कराना है और value of variable भी at the same time, both. Then what you have to do within print, write some message, whatever you want. Let's say I want to write this, my age is, and then give comma, and then you write this variable. So the meaning of this is we are telling Python to print this message. What is the message here? My age is colon. This is the message. So we are telling Python to print this message. And after comma, I have written age. It means then print the value which has been stored in this variable age. Now when I'm executing it, I'm getting my age is 40. So I'm getting both message as well as value of a variable. Is this point clear?
Yes.
Clear to everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, like suppose if I'm writing here print name, what will be the output? Error message.
Not defined.
Because we have not defined this name variable earlier, so it will throw error message that name is not defined. Now suppose if I'm writing here name equals John. Now what will be the output?
John.
Okay. So in this case, I have defined the variable name. I stored the value John in this variable name, and I'm printing it. I'm getting that output, right? Okay. But in this case, we have not defined it. That is why it is throwing error message. So the summary is, first you have to define a variable, then you can print the value of it. Now, if I
So
write name equal,
what if we write print name and, for example, print age, and under that we write age equal to 50. So is there any, code of execution in the Python?
what I understood is you are telling within print you want to write print age equals 50.
No. Like first we write print equal to one variable name. Example, name, and below that we write name equal to Taj. So how it works, like same as in SQL, or we have some rules?
Sorry, maybe I'm not able to understand what you are telling. 1 minute. Let me write the code what you're telling.
Print
Just a minute. Just a minute. Tell me what you are telling, what you want to write here.
Print
Print
like under bracket, take variable as age one,
age one, ठीक है?
and then we'll take age equal to below.
Age one equals to.
Yeah, like remove the equal. Age
अच्छा
one
ठीक है.
as a variable. नीचे like we write age one equal to 10.
10. Acha, you want to change the sequence. This is what you're asking, right? In this code, what will be the output? Acha, ठीक है. Good question. What is your thought, guys? Good question. What is your thought? What should be the output for this?
It will throw the error
Why?
because age
It will give.
that variable should be assigned first and then print.
Good. Here you are telling Python to print the value stored in the age one, but before this print statement, have you defined age one anywhere? You have not defined it. You are telling it, Tanvir, I have defined it, but you have defined it after the print statement, no? Right? So you have to define it before calling it. Then only Python will use it. Otherwise, it will again throw error message. Python will tell, sorry, I don't know what is this age one. So if you have to print the value of it before printing, you have to define it. Then only you can use it. Otherwise, you cannot use it. Hope this is clear, Tajuddin?
Yeah. Thank you.
Tajuddin, right?
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, ठीक है. Any other question?
So is there any order of execution or it's go line by line?
Sorry, 1 minute. Lakshya means Lakshya Tomar. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. ठीक है. So yeah, no, there is an order of execution, Lakshya. Okay. And in Python, to understand order of execution is very important, especially when I'll be teaching you that object-oriented concepts, the concepts of functions, classes, objects. तो मैं कह सकता हूँ कि the sequence is different than SQL, first of all, and that is very important and little bit confusing. Okay, so the answer is, the concrete answer to your question is कि yes, the order of execution matters a lot in Python. ठीक है?
Okay.
Same piece of code. See, I am swapping it. Now check the output. Now you got the output, right? Okay. Now proceeding further. Here I have defined a name variable and I have stored the value John and I printed it. I got the output John. This was clear. Now again, if I will print name, still I will get the output John. Don't get confused, Tanvir, you defined it here, you printed it here. Then how again Python remembers the John was stored in name? It is because a memory is allocated to it. Name John. It will be permanently saved in this memory. Even if you will call it tomorrow, अगर कल भी आप इसको execute करते हो, you will get the same output, John. Okay. Now suppose if I am writing
name.
that is what I'm coming to that only. If I write name equals Tom, and if I'm printing name, so now what will be the output? Any idea?
John.
Let's try to understand this.
Tom.
Okay. Now when I'm executing this one, so actually I'm telling Python in this name variable, I want to store Tom. So Python will check in the memory, do we have this variable name? It will find कि yes, there is already a variable with the same name. ठीक है, name नाम का एक variable मौजूद है. And already it has a value John, but now you're telling you want to store Tom. So Python will treat it like update a statement in SQL. You remember that update keyword in SQL? It is used to update a record. याद है आप लोगों को?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Python will treat it like that update only. Python बोलेगा अच्छा अच्छा वो तनवीर इसको update करना चाहता है. So what Python will do, it will update this John with Tom. ये हो जाएगा. Now when you're telling कि please print or display the value stored in this name variable, तो Python को Tom will be visible. अब John तो खत्म हो गया. It is overridden, updated. So that is why as a result, it will display Tom in the output. When I will execute this, we'll get Tom in the output. Is this point clear? नहीं clear है.
So Tanvir, now again, if you go back to cell number 2, where we had given name as John, and you execute that, will it still consider Tom as an output?
You mean this one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, good question. Vaibhav, right?
Yes.
Vaibhav is asking, ठीक है, Tanvir, earlier you have assigned John to this name variable, you printed it, you got this output. ठीक है भाई. Now you're assigning Tom to this name variable, you printed, we got Tom. Okay. What if I will again execute this? Name equals John if I'll print it. What will be the output? Having understood your question correctly, Vaibhav, is this what you're asking?
No, again, like if we
John.
do this, again we are assigning as a John. But
name
if we
equals
go-
John.
Yeah, now it will again assign that variable as a John name value. But if we go back to the cell, that earlier cell, and we execute in that cell only.
अच्छा cell only. Okay, ठीक है, got it. एक मिनट कहाँ है वो, कौन सा नंबर था? हाँ, this one. You are telling me to just execute this cell, right? Then what will happen? Now in the name variable, John will be stored. अब John store हो जाएगा वहाँ. So even if you execute, you tell me.
No. Okay. I think I got it.
Even if you're executing it, so actually you are giving this command to Python कि भाई मेरे को अब ये execute करना है. ठीक है. So Python will search this name variable. Oh, this is the name variable. ठीक है. What user wants now? John. Now it will replace this with John or update with John. Now you're telling print it. So now this print statement will check what you're storing here. Oh, you're storing John here. So now it will display John.
Okay,
Let me show you that.
It's a temporary memory it's updating then.
Correct, yeah. I'm executing it. This is John.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Even if you want me to execute in a new cell, मैं एक नए cell में भी execute करा के दिखाता हूँ. देखो. With John. Now again, if I will write here name equals Tom. Now this will be Tom. So the value is getting overridden. Okay. There's a concept of value overridden, then method overridden. We'll study that at a later point of time. But net, you just have to understand it. It will take the new value or the latest value. And if you want to correlate this with the world of SQL, same as the update command which you have in SQL.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Now, proceeding further. Now, suppose, okay, any question so far? Any other question?
Tanvir, let's say if we want to get the older value Is there any way after overwriting how we can get the older value?
No, no. That is overridden. जैसे कि in update you do commit, so that is done, right? So it is overridden now. Okay. In project, then we take a backup and all those things. That's a different topic of discussion. मैं अभी उसको discuss नहीं करना चाह रहा हूँ. Okay. तो that will be separate. So वो अलग ही discussion start हो जाएगा फिर. Okay. Hope this is clear, guys. ठीक है.
Yes.
Now suppose I'm writing here name equals Rajesh. And I'm writing here age equals 50. So in a single cell now, how many variables I have defined? 2 variables. Okay. So it is allowed to define any number of variables. कोई बंदिश नहीं है. There is no restriction on the number of variables. This is exactly same. In a table, you can have any number of columns. You can create a table with 100 columns. You can create a table with 1 column. That is totally allowed. Similarly, in Python, it is allowed to create a single variable, 2 variable, 3 variable, 10 variable. जितने चाहे आप define कर सकते हो. Okay.
So here the commas are not required, is it?
No, comma is not required. Just you have to write each and every variable whatever you want. Suppose I want one more. Let's say weight 65. So you can write 65. If you want salary, you can write 9,000 or anything. So now we have 4 variables. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to display the value along with some message. So I'll write my name is comma name. I have already covered this example earlier. So here I am telling Python display this, treat this as a message because this is in inverted quotes. Then comma name. So name will be treated as a variable. Python will search the value of it and it will display. So now if I will execute it, what should be the output?
My name is Rajesh.
My name is Rajesh.
ठीक है. But I have a question now. I have defined here age, weight, salary as well, but I'm printing the value of name only. Don't you think Python will throw error message कि Tanvir, then why you're defining age, weight, and salary?
No.
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 No, very good. So same thing I will show you when I will teach you complex data type, and I'm very much sure there you will ask this question. You have full freedom to define any number of variables, but again, at the same time, you have full freedom to print whichever variable you want. आपकी मर्जी है, ठीक है? So I'm executing it. My name is Rajesh. I'm getting that in the output. Okay, hope this is clear. Now, another example. Print. Okay, one thing, a quick feedback. I know pace is not fast. Is it too slow? You want me to increase the pace? या फिर ठीक है? Yeah, is it okay?
No, it's okay.
Okay for everyone?
Yes, yes.
Then it's fine. My age is comma age. In this cell, same variables I have taken, same values are there, but I have 2 print statement. Is it allowed to have 2 print statement in one piece of code?
Yes.
Yes.
SQL में बताओ, is it allowed?
Yes.
No.
Not
Debatable topic.
Not in SQL.
Not in SQL, right? Yeah.
SQL mate is not allowed. In SQL, you cannot write two selector statement in one go. If you are thinking, okay, Tanvir, with the help of CT, with the help of subquery, I can write. I totally agree. You can write with the help of that. But ultimately, the output of one select is used in the other select. Suppose if I'm writing a CT expression. Please go on mute, guys. I'm getting some background noise. Thank you. Here you might be thinking, Tanvir, you are using two select here. You told only one, but here you are using two select. I totally agree. Here I'm using two select, but this select output will be stored in the CT1. Finally, to the user, this select output will be displayed. No, है कि नहीं? User को तो ये select output दिखेगा, right?
Correct.
So net you are using only one select, right? Now if I will execute this query, if I'm executing this entire query, what will be the output? It will throw error message, right? Because this is not allowed in SQL to have two select. SQL will get confused. कह रहे भाई user को किस select का output चाहिए? You want output of this one or this one, right? So that is where two selector statements or more than one selector statement in the final output is not allowed in SQL, but in Python it is allowed. Now see, I'm executing this cell, check the output. It is displaying the output of both the print statement now. Okay? I hope this is clear. Okay. Next example. Suppose I have written first name equals Michael. Okay. Now I'm printing it. Acha, take your time. Please don't be in a hurry. Tell me what is the meaning of this and then what will be the output of this. The meaning क्या है, output क्या होगा?
Michael Scofield.
Michael Scofield, okay. Anyone else? Okay. I have defined two variables here, first name, last name, and assigned some value to it. Now here in this print statement, do you think you have any message?
No.
No. Here I am telling Python that I want the output of these two variables, and let me execute it now, and I'm getting that. It means from this example, I want to make you understand that yes, it is allowed, it is possible that you can ask Python to display value of two different variables in the same print statement. एक ही print statement में, in the same print statement, I'm asking Python to display me the value of first name as well as last name, and that's what I'm getting here in the output. Hope this is clear. So print has lot of flavors. Maybe the next class as well, we'll be discussing print only. And that you have to understand. And when I take interview, my first question starts from print only. Because I know print has a lot of things, a lot of concepts. Okay. I want to check how much in depth you know about print. So this is clear, right? Okay. Now, if I'm writing here plus sign, so what is the meaning of this? Any idea? What is the meaning of this statement?
Maybe addition.
Merge.
It will attach.
Maybe concat.
Concatenate.
Concatenate, right? This is the concatenate operator. In SQL, I taught you that pipe operator, if you remember, that acts as a concatenate operator, right? So similarly, in Python, this plus acts as a concatenate operator. It will concatenate it. Okay. So now when I will execute this, Michael Scofield. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any question?
Tanvir, in cell 25, it has printed with space. And in 26, it has printed without space.
Good. I was expecting this question. That was I was waiting. Good question. Question is, Tanvir, here when you have given comma, there isn't a space, and this plus, there is no space, right? Okay. Because this is the concatenate operator, okay, so that's why there's no space in between. Okay. But if your question is, no, I want a space because this is confusing, right? We know here that the first name is Michael, last name is Scofield. But if someone doesn't know this, they will get confused कि भाई ये क्या नाम है? So the question is कि no, Tanvir, I want a space in between. मेरे को space चाहिए बीच में. Is the question clear? Okay. If you want a space in between, what you have to do? In this example, you have given plus sign, then give this. Okay. Now execute it. 1 minute, sorry. Now check the output. Hope this is clear. Which means you are telling Python to concatenate the output of first name variable with some spaces in between along with the output of last name. Now you're getting a space in between here. Is this clear?
Yes.
I repeat, any question?
No.
Okay.
I mean, this is clear, but in that case, why do we need to concatenate these values? I mean, that
Just
commas, yeah,
just I'm showing you, okay, this concatenation we can do within print.
got it.
Why we
Okay.
are doing that? A good question, but maybe many scenarios are there where we
Yeah.
have to concatenate some string, right? So that is what I'm showing you. In print, you can concatenate it. But your question is valid. Why we are doing this? Because in project, there are instances where you have to concatenate multiple variables.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's what I'm showing you. Okay, yes, you can concatenate as well within print. I'm just trying to show you all the flavors of print, what all things the print can do for you.
Got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. I'm repeating any other question, guys, because slowly the things will
I
get
have one
complicated.
question.
Yes, please.
In between this concatenation, can we add some message? Like my
Yes,
first
that
name?
also you can do. That also you can do. You are telling कि in this piece of code, here you want to add some other message, right? Let's say
Right.
hi or any other thing, right?
Yes.
That also you can do. Suppose means whatever you want, you can concatenate along with it. Suppose you want to write hi. Okay. This is what you're asking.
Yes, exactly.
है ना? You're getting hi in between.
Yeah.
So you can concatenate this along with any string, a space, or whatever you want to your wish. आप कर सकते हैं आप. Okay. Now, अब twist होने वाला है. Listen carefully. Print 5. I'm getting 5 in the output. Okay. Print 5. Now what will be the output?
It will do the addition. 8.
8.
8. ठीक है. Now listen. Now here you can ask a question, Gitanveer. Right now you taught us कि plus is the concatenate operator, है ना? अभी तुमने डिस्कस किया था कि plus is a concatenate operator. So as per that logic, it should concatenate it, no? And it should display 53. Output तो 53 आना चाहिए. When you're using this plus sign with numbers, this will no more be a concatenate operator. ठीक है? It will become an arithmetic addition. ये addition का काम करेगा. That's why you're getting 8 here. Hope this is clear. Is this clear?
Yes.
So in Python, this is known as operator overloading. Because the plus sign, it works differently based on the data type. And Python has this brilliant intelligence. The data which you will store from that, Python will understand you what is the type of data. We'll study that at a later point of time in detail. But that is really great feature in Python. I'm getting background noise. Can you please go on mute, everyone? Thank you. I have a very weak concentration, actually. I get distracted. So this is known as operator overloading. I will teach you, I will explain you about that, how the Python means you will just main like here, first name equals Michael. Have you mentioned that what type of value data we are going to store in this first name? No. But in SQL, you remember like when you have to create a table, what you will do? Create table employee, and within bracket you will write employee ID, INT, employee name, varchar 50, and all those things. It means along with the column name, you have to give the data type as well. Correct? And if you will miss it, it will throw error message. And not only in SQL, in the programming languages as well. You have to assign the data type, what type of data you want to store. But in Python, you don't have to do that. Python has that intelligence. The moment you will store the value, Python will understand, get is string A. You stored number. You have written age equals 50. Python understood, this is integer. You don't have to mention, you don't have to tell to Python, in this variable, what type of value will store, like how you used to do in SQL while creating the table. Okay. So that's really good intelligence Python has. Like here, I have written plus with first name, last name. Why Python has concatenated? Because Python understood, this first name Tanvir has stored Michael as a string. Last name Tanvir has stored Scoffle as a string. It has concatenated it. Here when I'm using plus sign, Python understood, get a integer and this is also integer. Tanvir wants to perform the addition. Is this clear? Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Okay. Hope it is making sense.
Yeah.
Now you can ask a question. Okay, Tanvir, you are telling this plus will act as a arithmetic addition. Okay, bhai. 5 plus 3, we are getting 8. Okay. But Tanvir, I want to concatenate two numbers here. मेरे को concatenate करना है. I don't want 8, but I want 53. Concatenate करके चाहिए. Is my question clear?
Yeah.
Question clear है ना?
Yes.
I'm telling you that this plus has that intelligence. It will understand that the value has to be added because this is integer. ठीक है भाई. 5 plus 3, I'm getting 8. ठीक है. But my client is telling that no, I want to concatenate it. मेरे को 53 चाहिए भाई. Then how to do that? For that, what you have to do, You take a variable num1. Again, I'm getting some background noise. Okay, everyone. Okay, thank you. For that, what you have to do, you have to write num1 equals, let's say, some value 10. Num2, let's say, some value 20. Okay. Now here I will create a new variable result equals str num1 plus str num2 print result. I know this is a little bit confusing. We'll try to understand this. I'm executing it. Do you think the values are concatenated here?
Yes.
आपको लग रहा है values
Yes.
concatenate हुए हैं यहाँ पर? Values are concatenated, right? Okay, good. Now let's try to understand what I'm trying to do here. तो समझते हैं एक-एक करके. First, I have defined a variable num1 with the value 10, another value num2 with the value 20. Yeah, to clear it. I think you all have understood this first and second. Then here I'm creating a new variable result, and then I have written str. str stands for string. str stands for string. It means I'm telling Python, whatever you have in this variable num1, convert it into a string. Whenever you write a string with some variable, it will be converted into a string. So now this num1 will no more be treated as a number. Now this is not a number, but this is a string. Similarly, when I've written str num2, it means I'm telling convert this num2 into a string. इसको string में convert कर दो. So once this is a string, this is also a string, then this plus sign will be arithmetic addition or concatenation.
Concatenation.
Concatenation, right. So the behavior of this plus has immediately changed. And now it is behaving as concatenation. Concatenate, right? Now the same example. Now see, I will remove this str. I'm removing it. Now this num1 and num2, are they string or numbers?
Integers. Numbers.
Numbers, integers. Now this plus will behave as
Addition.
addition. Now it's clear,
Got it. Making sense.
right? So the same plus sign, but the behavior has changed. Okay, same plus sign, but the behavior has changed. Very important point. Especially when you do automation or you create automation frameworks. So these all things are very important. The reason is you're getting data from multiple sources, the formats are different, and when the databases are different, they treat the same value in a different manner. So all those things are very important. Okay, take it. I hope you got some fair idea about print and the variables, how to store value, how to display it, how the plus behaves in different manner. Okay, ठीक है. अब थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, coming back to this first name and last name variable. Wait a minute. My first name is Okay, now check this output. My first name is Michael and last name is Scofield. So what I'm trying to do here, we have the same concatenate operator, but this time what has happened? This is a message. This is a variable. This is again a message. This is again a variable. So in this example, I'm showing you how along with the concatenate operator, you can use message and variable both at the same time. I hope it is clear. Clear? Eh? Okay.
Yeah, we
Now,
can use comma as well, right?
Yes, 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 yes. I'm showing you that. So this I have displayed with the help of plus sign, that is concatenate operator, but you can also use comma. Getting the same output. Okay. I hope this is clear, right?
There is a difference of space
Yeah.
in both examples.
If you will not give, if you will give comma, you see I have written here my first name is, right? After that, there is no space, but automatically Python has understood कि अच्छा यहाँ पर space देना है. Again, you see, after this first name Michael, between Michael and there is no space, but Python has given that space. Python has that intelligence. But in plus, that is a concatenate operator, you have to be very specific. But in comma, it has that intelligence. कि अच्छा, message and variable has to be separated by a space. Okay. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Fine then. I will stop here as it is the demo class today. I repeat, the class timings will be Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 11 a.m. IST. Okay. And then from next week, Saturday, the classes will be officially, we will start the class from next week. But I will not repeat this topic, whatever has been covered. Those who have registered for the course, you all are in the target group. Please revise it before attending the next class. Okay. And after the class, like how in SQL, the format will be similar to SQL, like recording will be shared, classroom notes will be shared, assignments will be shared. Okay. Those who wants to register for the course, they can connect. You all are there in that group. You can connect with us. Okay. Any question, anyone?
Tanvir, in cell
Tanvir bhai,
33. Hello.
33, yes.
In cell 33, can you try with floating point number like 10.11, something like that?
That also you can try. Let me show that. You want 10.5 and here 20.3 something I'm taking. Okay, this is what you're telling?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We have these examples, so we'll cover this. Okay. Anyone else? I think someone was asking question.
yeah, about the timings. Is it possible to start earlier, like 7?
7 तो बहुत मुश्किल है सर. Weekend में
At
तो
least
थोड़ा
take.
आराम करने दो यार.
No, I mean this morning 7.
Morning 7 बहुत मुश्किल है.
अच्छा अच्छा.
ठीक है.
थोड़ा लेट पॉसिबल है तो लेट भी कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, लेट हुआ तो लेट सही रहेगा भाई. Because we do a night shift, so.
I
अच्छा
also do
अच्छा.
a night shift. Yeah.
ओह अच्छा, इसलिए आप सोच रहे हो कि नाइट शिफ्ट करने के बाद तुरंत क्लास करके अपना आराम कर सकते हैं,
अभी
राइट?
क्या है कि हाँ सो जाते हैं ना, तो फिर उठना मुश्किल होता
टोटली
है.
एग्री.
फिर अभी तक फिर हाँ.
टोटली एग्री. बट असल में क्या प्रॉब्लम है कि फिर यूएस वालों का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आता है. ठीक है, लेट मी चेक. मैं सोचता हूँ इसमें कुछ अगर कर सकते हैं तो 9 to 11
अगर
will
2 से 4 बजे भी रहा भी ठीक रहेगा, या 2 बजे?
2 बजे फिर क्या होता है ना कि वीकेंड में लोगों के प्लान्स होते हैं, ठीक है। तो वो चाहते हैं कि सुबह में क्लास व्लास कंप्लीट करके अपना फिर दे विल बी रिलैक्स, फिर वीकेंड में किसी को शॉपिंग पे जाना है, आउटिंग जाना है, राइट। तो दैट्स वाई मैंने इसको शुरू में ही रखा है, देखते हैं। ओके अच्छा, दूसरी बात, आई हैव प्लान टू कंप्लीट दिस इन 3 months, बट it purely depends on your interaction. It can even go for 4 months. Okay,
तो
so you have
तनवीर
to
भाई,
mentally
इसमें
prepare for it.
ये जो नोटबुक्स है आप जो बता रहे थे, जुपिटर हो गया और बाकी के, तो मतलब सबकी यूजेस अलग होंगे ना?
हाँ, वो सबके अलग अलग एप्लीकेशंस हैं, बट यू हैव टू रेफर दिस जुपिटर नोटबुक हियर। और भी हैं, उनके अलग अलग यूज केसेस हैं, लाइक द वन व्हिच आई वाज शोइंग यू हियर, सबके अलग अलग यूज केसेस हैं।
मतलब वो सब कवर होगा ना?
नहीं नहीं, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है, हम पाइथन में सिर्फ जुपिटर नोटबुक की जरूरत है हमें, इन सब की
मतलब
जरूरत नहीं
ये
है।
लाइक विजुअलाइजेशन पार्ट हो गया ऐसा?
उसमें
तो
मैट प्लॉट में आई विल कवर कि थोड़ा मोड़ा उसका रिपोर्टिंग का। सी पाइथन इज अ वेरी बिग वर्ल्ड, तो काफी चीजें हैं। तो माय एजेंडा इज कि आई विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, और जो लाइब्रेरीज में विल कवर पांडास, नंपाई, मैटप्लॉट, और भी कुछ कुछ लाइब्रेरीज हैं, विल कवर दैट। ओके, फिर जो मैं एडहॉक सेशंस लेते रहता हूँ, जैसे कि फ्रॉम द PY1 बैच, आई थिंक समवन रिक्वेस्टेड अबाउट द लैम्डा फंक्शन, तो लास्ट वीक आई हैव टेकन एडहॉक सेशन ऑन लैम्डा फंक्शन, ठीक है। तो वो सब के लिए आप बेफिक्र रहो, whenever I'll find something interesting, जैसे SQL में भी देखो मैं सेशंस लेता रहता हूँ, whenever I find some new topic या नए क्वेश्चंस, तो okay, we'll take it, ठीक है। Any other question, anyone?
Yes. In this Python class, you'll be covering all topics or related to data analyst only. I mean, is this full stack or?
मैं दिखा देता हूँ एक बार ना फिर से। This is the syllabus. देखो ये सिलेबस है, इंट्रोडक्शन टू पाइथन, print, input indentations, variables, string handlings, operators, conditional statements के अंदर for loop, while loop and all those things, list tuple set dictionary. So these topics which I have mentioned here, okay, this is not a specific to data analyst. Even if you're going for data engineering side, same topics use होते हैं। Reporting side में भी ये, मतलब these are the set of topics you go for any job profile, full stack developer हो आप, backend के developer हो, ये तो चाहिए ही चाहिए। That is why I'm covering all these topics here. ये बड़े generic topics हैं।
Okay.
Okay. Even if you are creating pipeline, उसमें भी ये सब चीजें use होती हैं। Okay. But what I'm planning is कि like I think most of you know कि I'm doing my MTech in data science और AI पे। So my plan is कि from there as well whatever I'm learning, जो नई नई चीजें मैं सीख रहा हूँ, interesting one, और वाकई में बहुत interesting है। तो that is why like weekends में मेरा एक SQL का बैच हुआ करता था, evening batch, that I stopped because of this only, कि I want to focus now in this data science and AI, कि इसमें जो नई नई चीजें I will learn, so I'm planning कि I will take a session on that, ad hoc session होगा, okay, and we will share in the alumni group so that you guys can also learn from it. आपको भी लगेगा अच्छा हाँ ये क्या है and all those things. So all those ad hoc sessions I'll be taking. ठीक है। Any other question? Chalo, I think we are done. So I will stop here. We'll share the recording. Will take some time to share because the first part is in Zoom and the other one is Teams, so we have to concatenate it. Okay, so it will take some time, but we'll share. We'll try to share by today for sure. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone. We'll connect next week, Saturday. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anvir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.